How's it going, folks? Well, trying to solve the bad lighting problem here, but the only solution is to be half blind. So I got all these lights pouring in my face. But at least now I can be seen. Chapter 7 of 3rd Nephi. We're getting so close to Mormon Jesus time. I can't wait. But I don't get his... If that's true, then isn't that the second coming? So we're really waiting for the third coming? What do I know? I just read this book, that's all. All right. Verse 7. Masthead. Chief judge murdered and government overthrown. Division into tribes. King Jacob. Nephi's powerful ministry. 1. Now, behold, I will show unto you that they did not establish a king over the land, but in this same year, yea, the 30th year, they did destroy upon the judgment seat, yea, did murder the chief judge of the land. 2. And the people were divided one against another. And they did separate one from another into tribes, every man according to his family and his kindred and friends, and thus they did destroy the government of the land. 3. And every tribe did appoint a chief or a leader over them, and thus they did become tribes and leaders of tribes. Had to happen. 4. Now, behold, there was no man among them save he had much family and many kindreds and friends. Therefore, their tribes became exceeding great, in spite of the incest and inbreeding. 5. Now, all this was done, and there were no wars as yet among them. And all this iniquity had come upon the people because they did yield themselves unto the power of Satan. 6. And the regulations of the government were destroyed because of the secret combination of the friends and kindreds of those who had murdered the prophets. 7. And they did cause a great contention in the land, insomuch that the more righteous part of the people had nearly all become wicked. Yea, there were but a few righteous men among them. 8. And thus 6 years had not passed away since the more part of the people had turned from their righteousness, like a dog to his vomit, or like a sow to her wallowings in the mire. 9. Now, this secret combination, which had brought so great iniquity among the people, did gather themselves together, and did place at their head a man whom they did call Jacob. 10. And they did call him their king. Therefore he became a king over this wicked band, and he was one of the chiefest who had given his voice against the prophets who testified of Jesus. 11. And it came to pass that they were not so strong in number as the tribes of the people who were united together, save it were their leaders, did establish their laws, every one according to his tribe. Nevertheless, they were enemies. Notwithstanding, they were not a righteous people. Yet, they were united in the hatred of those who had entered into a covenant to destroy the government. 12. Therefore, Jacob, seeing that their enemies were more numerous than they, he being the king of the band, therefore he commanded his people that they should take their fight into the northernmost part of the land, and there build up unto themselves a kingdom, until they were joined by dissenters, prenticles, for he flattered them that there would be many dissenters in prenticle, and they became sufficiently strong to contend with the tribes of the people, and they did so. 13. And so speedy was their march that it could not be impeded until they had gone forth out of the reach of the people, and thus ended the 30th year. And thus were the affairs of the people of Nephi. 14. And it came to pass in the 31st year that they were divided into tribes, every man according to his family, kindred, and friends. Nevertheless, they had come to an agreement. Isn't kindred family? I guess it's satellite family, maybe. Anything to inflate the page count of this gold book. Nevertheless, they had come to an agreement that they would not go to war one with another. But they were not united as to their laws and their manner of government. Not yet. For, there it is. That almost didn't happen. For they were established according to the minds of those who were their chiefs and their leaders. But they did establish very strict laws that one tribe should not trespass against another. Insomuch that in some degree they had peace in the land. Nevertheless, their hearts were turned from the Lord their God, and they did stone the prophets, and did cast them out from among them, after stoning them, I guess. 15. And it came to pass that Nephi, having been visited by angels, and also the voice of the Lord, therefore, having seen angels, and being eyewitness, and having had power given unto him, that he might know concerning the ministry of Christ, and also being eyewitness to their quick return from righteousness unto their wickedness and abomination.